Hi everyone, this is Miss Granger. In this video, we're going to go over the first part of Unit 4, Lesson 2, all about the Glorious Revolution. As usual, you will record your notes as you watch this digital lesson, and you can use the notes on the Mastery Check. So overall, our objective is the following. Students will determine if the Glorious Revolution had more positive or more negative results by filling in a graphic organizer, citing evidence, and explaining how the evidence supports the answer. Let's scroll down to the part 1 where it says learn and take notes, and you have this kind of timeline looking thing. So we're going to share some basic information about this first revolution, the Glorious Revolution. So you'll start over here at the star, this is starting point, and we'll kind of move along the timeline like so. We'll go to the right, we'll go down, go to the left. You kind of just follow the arrows along. So you're going to be filling in the blanks and watching. All right. So in 1685, James II becomes the King of England. Now, James II was a Catholic, and many people in England at this time were Protestant. And this all came out of the Reformation that we studied in our last unit. So the early Christian church splits into Eastern Orthodoxy and Roman Catholicism, and then from Roman Catholicism, we have all these branches of Protestantism. We still have a lot of these today, but we still also have Catholic. So James was Catholic, and most people in England were Protestant. So on your paper, you're actually going to circle James II, draw a line to what he was, and from most people at this time, draw a line to what they were. So this disagreement about religion, Protestantism versus Catholicism, really caused a lot of tension. People were generally so unhappy with James that they called for James's son-in-law, who is named William of Orange, who was from the Netherlands, to take over. And William of Orange was Protestant. So remember that we're moving along on your page this way. We've come down here as people were unhappy with James II, who's right here, and they wanted William of Orange to come over from the Netherlands, which is on the continent. So go ahead and draw a line from William of Orange to which of these religions he was. So as William made his way from the Netherlands here to London, here, support for James II, who lived in England, really just disappeared, and James fled to France, which is down here. So William of Orange becomes the monarch, and in 1688, William and his wife Mary accept what is called the Declaration of Rights. They did this after Parliament, or kind of the British governing, sort of like our Congress, people who are elected or in part of the government, when Parliament passed it as a bill. The Glorious Revolution was also known as the Bloodless Revolution because nobody died and there was no war. And this was a really big deal, kind of one of our first examples of a sort of peaceful-ish transition of power. And it led to the establishment of Europe's first constitutional monarchy. And a constitutional monarchy is a type of government where the powers of the monarch, or the king or queen, are limited by a written or unwritten, in this case written, constitution. So again, this revolution was a really big deal because power was transferred, and the monarch, or the king or queen, they actually agreed to a legal document, which had never really been done in the past. So they agreed, they signed this bill, and from forevermore, there was a constitutional monarchy. And in fact, the constitutional monarchy still exists in the United Kingdom today, so that's the legacy of the Glorious Revolution. Queen Elizabeth II was a constitutional monarch. She was the monarch, the queen, but she also had limited power. She did not just decide what she wanted to have happen, and then it was. There were limits on that. So now you should have this part of the document filled in with the blanks and the lines, and learned a little bit about the Glorious Revolution. Please check with your teacher to hear your next steps.